feel like this one's been on the front page for like ever. This like one image of it's not rescue. It's
Uh,
rescue with flashback for white. Uh,
yeah,
anyway,
an Innistrad card, I think, or at least it's on Innistrad.
yeah. Cause like is there like a hat falling behind? Yeah, there it
Yep,
is.
there's that. There it is.
There's the hat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, I know they're not wearing a hat, but clearly there's a lot number of the so like just like Modern Horizons 2 spoiler stuff is like super all over the place
Mm-hmm.
with like planes and such, and there's a lot of investigate cards that have you know hatted folk walking around looking at a crime scene.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Good
McTemra,
Innistrad energy.
McTemra, thank you for the big sub. I appreciate it a lot. But yeah, today I'm here, Kabanaw's here,
Hello.
and we're gonna be doing him this one, the alternate vintage cube, which does have an article up. It got posted after the cube went up, I guess, but uh, it effectively the idea is we made the cube a little bit more heavy on synergies, lower on mana curve, and removed like the biggest offenders of like this card sucks to play against.
Mm-hmm.
So like bribery and fractured identity were the two noted in there as
That
like
makes a lot of sense.
because like both of those cards are just like, yep, you sure did play them.
Yep.
Uh,
I think we're going down that route. Also taking out I mean, I guess Trinity Nemesis isn't nearly as bad a
yeah,
um but basically those are the cards that are like, you're an idiot for playing good cards, you moron.
right. Oh goodness, Nick Themeron, thank you for gifting out 25 subs.
Oh man.
Thank you very much. Friend in Need, Mega Marquee. Oh boy, this is set so the okay. So my chat is set so that the first letter of every name is cut off. So it's like Beskill, but the Obskill, Death Incarnate. Uh, this is impossible for me to read. Help my. There we go. Hemerdroma, Shooting Games, Scribini, Fancy Art, Messiara Remelo, yeah, Remle Rose, Anon Pan 1, Evil Herbivore, uh, Eli, Airnex 12, Seatbelts, Kellen Brindall, Hot Soup 256, Owl in a Cage, Fat and Useless Bird Teeth, Bissonim, Blackjack Attack, Baldir 1256, Born in the Year, Someone RCTM, Luslingen, and Evolution. All right, cool. Excellent. Thank you very much. Uh, well, let's get rolling.
All right.
Uh, yeah, Phantom League Draft, Draft League. Still 2,000 plus players, so heavy playtime on this.
Makes sense. It is a vintage cube,
Yeah, it's not
so it's going to be quite popular.
the vintage cube from memory hits like 3,000 ish, so not as high, but that's also like literally over like winter, like New Year's time, so
Yeah.
might just be more people playing total.
All right. By the way, currently on the side stream, I'm seeing just a bunch of cursors on a black screen. I'm hoping that's just because of the current MTGO screen you're
Ooh,
on. It'll be fun when you go to the draft, but
did something break
uh,
on the screen share? That's fun. Let me change that.
I'm
Now,
not surprised if Magic Online and the screen share don't get along.
let's try that instead.
Ah, there we go.
This is
Now,
good.
now I can see it. It's just fine, and just in time.
All right.
Okay.
Pyretic ritual below the cut. I see Karn. I see library. I see Swift Spear.
Yeah.
Um,
If you want to get right into mono red, you could just take that here.
yeah, it's the only red card in here that's aggro. Obviously, Pyretic is not
Yeah.
for that sort of deck.
Let's see. If you want to go ramp as Queen Karn and file out as payoffs,
Yeah.
um, I feel like I've never. It's been so long since I've seen that Gideon, and I feel like I haven't even seen it played
Oh
in
shit,
this
this is
cube.
Trials.
This is Trials.
Yeah, this is the one that gives you the emblem, so it can't be killed, and then...
Yep. And basically just can either turn off a threat or be a threat itself.
I'm doing, like, Sylvan Library and, like, just going in on Swift Spear, which is
Yeah.
silly for a first pick, but maybe I can get the Prism. I'm gonna try it, and I'm not gonna commit on it, like,
Yeah.
super heavily, because, like, Kiki is not
Right.
mono red. Mind Twist.
Mind Twist is here. Mole Drifter is here.
Mole Drifting.
Also Tree Speaker.
Yeah, good old green Soul Ring Spell Queller is pretty strong. Again, we noted talismans are here over signets.
Yep, makes sense. They're also finely powerful ramp spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mind Twist is like,
there are a lot of
just
games.
players.
Yeah, there are a lot of games where you can just play a Mind Twist and the game ends. So.
Yep.
Obviously,
and I think
some games it's not as useful, but I think they outnumber pretty heavily.
And obviously, there's nothing in here at all for the aggro deck. So, like, taking a card that sort of goes in another direction, it's like, which, is fine. There's still a chance we'll see more things in a moment. But,
Kiki's not an unreasonable pick, but I'd rather be picking, like...
Mind Twist is, like, if you can begin to play black, then Mind Twist is a great card to have.
Yeah. Mesmeric Fiend. Does this already do? Second artifact. Sure. Dismember. Like this old Mystic Sanctuary. Conspiracy Theorist is actually quite strong.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's too much to go in on Fiend, but I like the idea of having a lot of hand control.
Yeah.
Those seem to be like some of the best places to be in Cube.
It's also just Dismember here.
Yeah, Dismember's the card that I like. No matter what, this is likely to make the deck.
That once again is like, I mean, Dismember is even like Mind Twist, but even more so because you don't even need to play black.
You're right. Like
you can just pay 4 life to get rid of a threat.
Right. If I'm playing, mono red or something like that, I don't know why I'd be doing that, but.
Yeah, we're not seeing. Oh, there's Hell Rider, but like that's. Ooh.
That's the Spell Liker.
Yeah.
It's not unreasonable. There's also Mentor here.
Mentor is here, like, which has a sort of Magecraft.
Died Elf and Psychonthrope. Thank you very much for the sub, both of y'all. I'm between between these two, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm mostly on the Professor because we already have some black picks.
Sure.
But I mean, white's also looking pretty strong and open at this point, so.
Yeah, I'd be fine on both. Strange MD, thank you very much for the sub as well. I'm gonna go with Professor in the this is a new card and I want to try it out.
Yeah.
Idea. I think what it means is I kind of want Verdant actually sticks out to me as just something I'd want. The idea here is that I think I want to have like a almost like Black Red Storm is more what I'd be looking for here, right? Like,
oh yeah. You just storm off with
Professor
Phonics. Yeah. It can drain your opponent surprisingly fast.
Yeah.
Like drain 2 on each spell can be a bit of a buster.
It's not just each spell, it's each spell plus copy, so a storm spell is...
Yeah, so if you storm, then you storm for
Don't hate the Triome here either, but the fetches are something I want to pick up like early to work with the black.
Let's see.
Yep, we are seeing that white continues to have some openings. That might be worth picking up the Scrubland over the cards at the Mo.
I think so. I think picking up fixing around the land often is a good way to go. One moment.
Yeah, it's dog time. None of the Threeman Inspector is cool. Yeah, if we get the Black Monastery Mentor, that'd be really nice too. I like the idea of setting up for fixing here.
I think there's some white stuff. There's some white stuff I saw that when if it came back, it'd be pretty good to get.
Nothing immediately stands out in this.
The cards I see they're just good. Pretty much are Three Tusk and GT.
Yeah.
I don't know how the GT is gonna be in this deck where we have one creature so far.
Right, and then like also like 3 creatures attacking isn't real.
That's
Might be the Sprawl.
Yeah. We could easily make this into a like ramp deck, green black ramp deck sort of deal.
Yeah, things are going pretty rad. Having a good time doing stream stuff. Nothing. Okay, Eidolon is probably the first card we've seen in a while that's like legitimately.
And yeah, this is our last pack of this, round of picks.
I could pick the Pestermite to see if the Kiki comes back in 2 picks.
But maybe come back.
Like.
There's also just fixing.
Yeah. This is all. Thank you very much for the sub. Brain Maggot, Gaunty. Said I was fine
with a Gaunty.
Yeah. We should get a Mesmeric Fiend back in like one more pick here. So
that's true. So we can take the Gaunty and then get the Mes Fiend.
That's the hope, right? Like.
Yeah, and Mes Fiend is slightly better than Brain Maggot because it's not an enchantment, so there's less things that can hit it.
Yeah, it won't get hit by.
You can't disenchant Mesmeric Fiend.
Okay, so this was the Kiki pack. It's not in here. Garrick or some white cards that I'm not super interested in.
Yeah, I think Garrick. Garrick still being here tells me that there's a good chance that we could do more fun stuff in green. Okay. Calibre the War being here.
All right.
Also says we do some fun stuff in green. Oh, hello.
Okay, the Mentor making it back with our easy splash.
I'm okay. I'm looking at maybe being a bit of a junk spells deck.
Yeah. I'll take. Giver just to send the correct signals.
Yeah.
This is this is just me sending signals here.
I'm happy to see if we're playing white and we're white enough. I'm happy to see a Threadman Inspector.
Yeah, these are fine. These are not going to be played. These are not going to hide them, but this is what that pile is here. Is the not okay? So we kind of have.
We don't really have a solid direction yet.
No.
We didn't see much ramp besides the Utopia Sprawl Garrick. We saw, ooh, hello, Riffalos. We're not green enough for that one to be super good, but Relic is strong.
Relic gets us turn 4 Professor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Inquisition's good. Another fetch is fine.
Karn's also strong enough, but
yeah.
There's also Crucible if we wanted to go down that route of infinite fetches, but
we do have the infinite fetches at this point.
But I think just picking up the Coalition Relic, I think is the most generically strong thing to pick here.
We do have reasons to want the mana. Casualties of War, Professor, Mind Twist, all big payoffs for this. Inquisition's obviously a strong pick as well, but because we already have this top end stuff, I really want to make sure we can support it.
Mm-hmm. And if we end up going 3 color, it's also good to have just more any color fixing.
This is the double tutor, 1 to grave, 1 to hand. That's Sheldred. Maelstrom Pulse has removal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate Pulse because it answers walkers. That's its hugest thing.
Or if your opponent makes a ton of tokens.
Yeah.
Can also answer that. I don't know how common the situation is in this cube.
Right.
But,
I really want to find like Bayou or like some sort of green fixing for our fetches.
Yeah.
That'll be a important bit here, but I feel like the black-green is kind of where we're at.
Yep.
Ooh, Dark Depths. We're not picking that because there's a Mox on color.
Yeah.
This is a really nice pack for us.
Yeah.
Oracle.
Hopefully we see something else come back.
Yeah. There was a Thespian stage pack before this, by the way.
Yeah. So whoever takes that this stage is going to get an excellent gift the pack after.
Yes.
The other thing I'm looking at, there's also Oracle. Obviously, we want the on-color Mox, but I think Oracle's I think we'd like to see Oracle come back. Ugin if we want another big top end piece. Talisman of Resilience, a Theomancer. I think there's a number of things you'd be happy seeing back.
I would not hate sideboard Finks.
Yeah, like having a Finks. Maybe, obviously other people have been able to make a red deck, I'm sure. So
this is grabbable by both of our fetches, Verdant Catacombs and Marsh Flats. We can grab Savannah, which is the fix here.
We're passing up, Biogenic Ooze. Maybe Elite Spellbinder.
Ooze showed itself to be incredible in the last draft I did, but I want to give it it already had its
Yeah.
Spellbinder's
we have plenty of powerful things to do, but lands, we can always use more lands. You'll always play the lands you pick, usually. Not always, but
Acidic Slime, Elspeth,
Necromancy.
Charming Prince is not really anything for us. None of these lands or anything. Slime always does work.
Slime does always get something, and I don't think we want to go white enough to be Elspeth. So
I would rather have white be the splash for just Monastery Mentor.
Yeah.
If I was just picking, or like some multicolor cards we might find up finding.
Yep. But we want to stick with very powerful things for white that we can play off one. Like what about Kenrith? Is Kenrith powerful enough? But Elves of Deep Shadow is also here.
Yeah, I kind of want to get some mana stuff going on here because we have almost nothing at 1 and 2.
So making sure our turn 1 play can be, let's just get right to turn 3.
Right. Shriekmaw, Kenrith, Godwell Shrine, even Arid Mesa, which grabs both Scrubland and Savannah, would be fine here. Hey, dog.
Or Godwell Shrine if that comes back around either.
Yeah, but I think we need to have the ability to cast our stuff. Shambling Vent, Soul Shredder. Sack Tribe Elder gets the job done too. That'll also get us up to. Wow, this is late. That's very late. We can't swap that far, but
no, we cannot. That is too blue, and we are too not blue.
Yeah, it would have to be a hell of a card to make me like shift colors this late. I'm trying to think what it would be that would make me like I would probably try to fit Time Walk in here if I could find a fetchable blue source, sort of thing.
We're going to see one card back from this pack. My bet's it's going to be Urza's Ruinous Blast.
Yawgmoth.
How much can we make use of Yawgmoth?
It's also just another piece of land. Another piece of fixing. Generally in Cube, there's always people in blue, but people might not be that heavily committed to it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Courtyard.
I like the land.
I think we're almost good on white sources with that.
Yeah.
Black Fetch and a Crucible.
We have 2 fetches at this point, or just one fetch?
We have 2 fetches right now.
2 fetches. There might also be, some land destruction lands in our future.
I'm willing to, because we have 2 fetches already, I'm willing to make this the pick.
Do you want to get another big,
Sure, I like Sheldred more than I like Big Demon.
Yeah, I like Sheldred. So, Fink sideboard, Life in the Loam if we really wanted it, or Ophiomancer. Yeah. Ophiomancer is a fine card.
Sad it's behind. We just passed up the Braids with this here, but obviously we have to pick in the other order. I'll take Elite Spellbinder. I might not play it, but the Taiga's not doing anything for us. Okay, I might hide this Badlands.
Yep.
Alright. See, I want a little bit more going on down here.
Yeah. I'd love to see a lot more ramp cards. I feel like there are more in the cube that we've not seen come by yet. Oh, we got a Soul Shatter.
This is actually a pretty reasonable...
yeah, I'm kind of surprised we saw that.
Last pick.
Over, who wanted the Urza's Ruinous Blast over that? Who wanted the Wrath that you needed a legendary creature for?
Yeah. I love Izamaru. Izamaru was one of the first rares I ever opened out of a pack. One of the first decks I ever built, but myself in Magic, was Samurais. And it was And the best thing about samurais was like I also included Izumaru because well it's Kanda's dog. Of course the samurais have to have the dog. And there came a point where I realized all the games I was winning were the ones where I went turn one Izumaru, turn one Samurai of the Pale Curtain. And it's like, But my 7-drop never kills them. That's weird.
Wild.
Um,
Let's see. We could pick up Dark Confidant if we wanted to live on the dangerous edge of things.
I'm just looking at that Bayou and thinking.
Bayou, just straight Bayous here. I'm looking at Bayou or Dryad.
Yeah, both seem fine. Dryad does the full fix plus land plays. I want to make sure that our land setup is just as powerful as it can be with this 3-color setup.
We really don't need more 3s. Like we need more 1s and 2s.
Birds works out. Solemn would have been fine too, but birds is.
Would love to see a Massacre Worm come back because that's a great top-end play.
Big fan of this cat. Just gonna.
It's a good cat.
You might think looking at this, art like, wow, those cats are big. The cats they're based off, quite big.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like I think they're Norwegian cats that are just like these like just really hefty giant cats.
They're big looking house cats.
Mm-hmm.
They're big cats that look like house cats.
Yeah. So yeah, birds.
Yeah, birds.
I loved it.
Thorn Dynamite is also neat, but not quite what we're looking for.
Worm Coil Engine.
Worm Coil Engine, huh? I think that's what we're getting out of this pack.
Yeah,
that or an Ever-Flowing Chalice.
Yeah, or like swords.
Organic swords. Yeah. Okay, there are a number of things we go for here.
Yeah, I don't hate any of these.
How is she doing on getting rid of our opponent's threats?
Soul Shatter, Dismember, Pulse, sort of end of list.
Yeah.
Our top end threats are reasonably here. Casualties, Professor. I'd be fine without the Worm Coil. So like swords or Everflowing would be a reasonable pickup here. I think I'm gonna go swords and hopefully we see like maybe a signet to fill in. Or not, obviously not a signet. There can't be.
Right.
Oh, here we are.
Oh yes, perfect.
This is the mentor, and we still have a pretty sizable set of things. I think 12 other at the moment. For this, so we can have mentor plus this, and that actually makes the swords, obviously a 1-mana spell a better.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have double mentor. So now we're still looking for cheap spells.
Chupacabra's not a spell, but
no.
It is a way. It is does kill some of your opponents. There's Smuggler's Copter, which is always just generally pretty good. Which can make pilots for the copter.
There's also Spyglass as just hit a walker.
Toski could be a fun thing if we get our because we'll have mentors out hopefully.
Yeah.
It's not quite as powerful, I think, but there's also always just Chupacabra as a way to get rid of our opponent's stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab just a way to get things off the table. Okay, here we are.
Yes, excellent.
That is an on-color talisman.
Perfect. That is our second 2-drop.
That's yup. Need to fix that. Ranger Captain would be too white for me to want to include. Fabled Passage would have been a fine pickup. Knight's Whisper even would have been fine. But give me an on-color talisman. Dark Writ Vindicate.
Ooh.
This. I'm so happy it works with both arts.
Yeah.
Because the other one has you. Yeah. So let us indicate. I would like a lot of anything in our color back here. Thirst is super playable. Dark Writ I actually would I would consider because of Twist.
Yeah, Twist also get into Onyx quickly. There's a number of uses for it. Tome isn't super useful for us.
No, a little late on that.
Mari's Call is not a thing we're ever actually going to cast.
That's just going to be a land we're hiding. The Liliana's Triumph or Blade Splicer are the...
We could potentially control Liliana Planeswalker, so...
Ooh, okay, alright. Synergy. Huh.
Confident came back. Dryad came back.
Dryad came back.
Or Bolus's Citadel also came back.
That's a card that
we're looking to cast a bunch of spells in a row.
It's a card that generally like wins you the game if you're like if you're anywhere near alive when it resolves. So
yeah, and I don't mind having another top end piece. Like,
well,
oh hey, well talking about top end pieces.
Talking about top end pieces, this one's a little more.
Yeah,
this one's a beating and a freaking half. I have won and lost numbers of games off of this one. Like, that's just the card. Sure.
all right.
I mean,
honestly, Sun Titan is high enough up that I would be okay playing it.
Yeah. Actually,
okay.
Cool.
That might be useful. Like, that's a good sideboard card. Just if your opponent has some like, it's fun like Karn as a win condition. You just Spyglass out, see your opponent's hand, and then say, "Cool, Karn can't do stuff."
Yeah. Is also a spell for
one of our mentors.
Yes, one of the two. So these are similar. Mentor makes a 1/1 on Prowess trigger. Sedgemoor Witch is on Magecraft, which is not Prowess. What did this deck become?
Greenish, blackish ramp, kind of.
Sort of
a. We'll get back to what this deck is.
Yeah,
let's see how it plays.
Let's get into the game, the deck building, and see what we're looking at.
I think mostly it's just a junk pile, which is
Yeah, let's all right. So everything out of the pool.
Yep.
And let's cut bonus.
Bonus round.
Anything up top here? Move these to like, visible.
Looks like all those things are considerable things.
Yeah. All right.
Grab the Badlands out of the stack of lands that we have.
That one's not making it into the. So this is a land pile that. This is the land pile that'll make it into the deck.
Yep.
And then it's like one plains and then like forest, swamp. Izumaru's not in here. Giver's probably not
in.
Thurman Inspector's probably not.
Probably not. Liner probably not. Maybe though.
Depends.
It's a decent beater, but Sun Titan, yeah, we don't really have a lot of things to bring back with Sun Titan.
The best it's doing is like hitting a fetch or one of our mentors, which isn't bad.
Or Sacrotribe Elder, which is kind of basically just a fetch. So
yeah.
I don't know about Reclaimer either.
It doesn't have anything cool for it to grab is the biggest thing. It's not if we had like a tutorable like Vorath Stronghold or something like that, I'd feel a little better about that. Crucible with what we ended up with isn't really where I want to be.
That's not worthy include. So 3 more cuts. I'm looking mostly at our 3 pile and our 6 pile.
Yes.
6/7 pile.
I feel like that 6/7 pile needs at least 1, if not 2 out of it.
I don't think Shoulder is really doing much in this deck. It is nice, like, if our opponent does manage to get rid of our, our mentors.
I'm also not thinking we're Bolas Citadel at the end of the day. The card's very good, but like we have a lot of these reactive spells we're likely to get stuck with on top. And that's not exactly where we want to be with this. Sheldred could easily come out. Probably something around here.
Yeah. Maybe Soul Shatter or Ophiomancer. What is Soul Shatter again?
So Soul Shatter is an Edict, which we also could just cut down here.
Oh, we could cut. Yeah.
Soul Shatter is get the highest mana.
Yeah, Soul Shatter is a better one than Triumph.
Triumph could come in if we need more.
But I don't think we need it. So yeah, this looks like a deck to me.
The reason I want Spyglass is just Planeswalker removal.
Yep.
Is the biggest thing.
It's also useful to, 1/2 get to see what your opponent's doing. And also it's any 2-drop. It's anything to do in, 2 mana that advances our board in any way. So
very awkward to look at.
Yeah.
All right.
There are enough cards in this like pile that like if left alone will take over a game. So
and I'm gonna trust. I want
I
one
think I trust
plane.
the Gestratron
So
here.
one planes is specifically because Sack Tribe Elder exists, and
Mm-hmm.
we want to be able to grab that. I need enough forest to make Utopia Sprawl not suck.
Yeah.
This
I might go
is
down one swamp and up one forest because most of our fixing is in green.
like this.
Yeah.
It's a little more important to have the turn 1 green rather than the black. We
Mm-hmm.
actually don't need black until 3-4.
Yeah. And like
And
and I think we also have more
every single piece of
like
okay,
yeah,
everything
like
but
all of our duels except for Savannah is black. So yeah, this gives us much more a chance of getting our green early on.
this also puts us at 7, no, 8, 9 forests in the deck, air quotes, because both these can grab forest, which Utopia Sprawl needs enchant forest to work.
Yep.
Oh god, I'm my brain is sort of always thinking about the sinkhole today,
Yeah.
which just what a goddamn card.
Yep.
It is a card that makes me wonder, like, at what point, if you're just gonna heavy hand that hard, do you just ban Urzatron? like
Yeah.
how much are you, like, if you're at the point where you realize everyone hates this deck so goddamn much, like, so anyway,
Hey, fortunately, the deck we put together here is immune to it. So
yeah, we are flat immune. No colorless lands. No snow. I'm looking at anything we have that looks like card advantage. That's sort of a missing bit where like we don't have
we
anything
have
like
Professor Onyx is card advantage.
that's about it as our like draw effect here. So
Yeah.
for those not familiar, Professor Onyx is +1 for a draw if you're top 3, -3 for an edict that is not Soul Shatter, and it is highest power, not highest mana cost.
Yes.
And then the -8 is like kill your opponent. They
Yeah.
die.
Mm-hmm.
The real reason I'm interested in playing this card is seeing how strong it is as like a finisher that we slam down, untap, and then we can, we have like about 10 spells in the deck that, let me actually do the count.
We also have Gaunty actually.
Yes.
For like card draw, like not our cards, but it is getting us any cards. I think that may be a reason. Just looking at the fact that we have like very little way to generate advantage, maybe a reason to put in Sun Titan or Shieldred.
Yeah.
Because like they can at least start grinding back some value if given the chance.
I think Sheldred would be the one.
Yeah.
Because like recurring Gaunty or recurring Acidic Slime or recurring Chupacabra are the 3 big ones. And Sheldred's kind of like Sun Titan in the sense that they both have like a recursion bit, but one's slower with a higher pool.
Mm-hmm. Though oh yeah, Sun Titan is on ETB and then also attack. I forgot that it also does its thing right away. Yeah.
Yes.
But I don't remember what I'd really want to take out for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try this as is, and we've obviously got it on the board for messing with.
We'll see if we run out of steam. Like, if our opponent just like can answer all of our things, and then we're stuck in like a grind fest, and our opponent is able to generate advantage, and we just cannot.
Well, okay, so Bearminator 84. Here's the trick: with cards like that, the more you have, the more powerful each of them gets. Right? Like, so the question is, do we need slime with casualties? And in my mind, if I have casualties plus Acidic Slime plus Vindicate,
your opponent doesn't have one of their colors.
What if they never have lands? Like, whereas casualties is only one source of that. Like, there is no world where an opponent does not have targets for Vindicate, right? And
You're like,
there's almost no
yeah,
world where Acidic Slime has a failure to hit, so the idea is that with multiple of those effects, they will get more powerful, and we will be able to, you know, our opponent can never cast Cryptic because they're never on triple blue, or
right.
our opponent
Like it,
can't ever hit 7 to play their Hornet Queen or something.
if you put your opponent in a situation where they are praying to top deck an island, like you're probably put yourself in a pretty good situation.
Yeah.
Like, please
Yeah.
God, I want to draw a land here. Like,
If it were just disenchant effects, I would be with you.
something like that, by the way.
All right. Like that has a limit to its usefulness. Like if if it's a um name of card here, Reclamation Sage. Reclamation Sage has a limit to its usefulness in that, like, sooner or later you do run your opponent out of artifacts. Those are cards you don't put 17 of in your deck. But like Acidic Slime sort of sidesteps that because like land destruction is pretty useful to have, especially in a world where like there might be some cool creature lands, Volrath Stronghold style lands. So having 2 copies of a card like that, or 3 with Vindicate, happy with. Hopefully that makes some sense. I don't mean to. That is no means trying to like single, just to answer the deal. Yeah. True. I'm always happy to answer questions about why the heck I'm doing things, or that's there are a lot of times where I'm doing things that might not make a lot of sense. So looking at Ophiomancer, and that might be the cut for Sheldred. Now that I'm looking at it, not super impressed with anything our deck does with Ophiomancer other than have a Death Toucher on the ground. This.
I returned just in time.
This got
so
a little heavy on lands, but we got interaction.
Yep, our opponent will not be able to do things while we find things to do ourselves. I'm fine vindicating that.
Yeah, I would turn 2.
Yeah, turn 2 vindicate your
turn 2 vindicate your tar pit. Yeah,
I'm very happy to do that actually.
Yeah. So for those who haven't played against land destruction a lot, because like, oh, is this going to be kill my elves or is this going to be Thoughtseize me? You're not ready. Oh. You're not going to be able to cast whatever you get. Like, there's a world where I wait on that and I like just hit whatever they got, but come on. Indicate. This.
I would like to indicate your Creeping Tar Pit. That's a nice Creeping Tar Pit you have. Oh no!
This. So the hope is that they're not able to actually. Now they're off their, game, and we have a lot of ramp. This is a little overkill.
Yeah. Well. I almost want to get the. I was gonna say get the flats down just so we can maybe get another land out, but this is also fine. Then we can get the Sack Tribe Elder in.
Because the Sack Tribe also thins.
Yeah.
This is a match, by the way, where a lot of our creature removal I feel like is going to be bad, and things like Elite Spellbinder are going to be really nice.
Yes, because I would not be surprised if our opponent is Storm of some kind.
Yep.
Ooh.
Trinket Mage tutoring for Mox/Soul Ring, right?
That'd be a great move. Mox would be the best because they could just play it out right now.
Yeah.
Us playing with their Creeping Tar Pit, is
Soul
Ring. Okay, well, it also seems fine. Yeah, I was wondering if they might. Is Tinker in this one?
Yes, Tinker is in this one.
Well, we have swords for that anyway, so.
Well.
Cool, let's see what they're working with.
And worst case is. Okay, this is not. Okay, you always have to check with these.
Yep.
So, um, like, some Python Needles can hit mana abilities, some can't.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Ooh. Okay, so Enchanted Creature has means we have to we have to name a card that doesn't have
an activated ability. But do we name conscripts or Pestermite?
we name
I think we name Pestermite, so they have to use the conscripts.
yes, because
Because then we have a chance
that's
to plowshares it.
yes, that's slower.
Yeah.
Pestermite could be like end step, untap, go, whereas you
Right.
can't end step, untap, go with
Conscript
that.
is also 5 mana, so it requires them to pretty much spend their whole turn. They also can't cast that twin yet, but yeah, I think Pestermite is one we want to name.
Yeah, so this is the funniest thing. Now we have to name a card that does not have an activated
You
ability.
sure want to name activated abilities?
Sure about that
Like,
one?
yep.
That's weird. All right, I guess I'm not gonna stop you.
And I'm not going to worry at all about them having Kiki-Jiki, one, because it's not on their hand, and two, because they're 2 red sources away from getting
Yeah,
it.
they
So
can't be casting
they'd have to draw
Kiki at this
3
point.
cards to use Kiki.
So let's see them start dropping cards. One of the things that's going to be a little bit of a pain here is that we're currently going to be bleeding, just based on like
Yeah.
board state. So that's Soul Ring out.
All right. Okay. Now you're gonna go over conscripts here. Just gonna get it out since that's any play.
No, they're going to
No.
hold the Pestermite to try to disrupt, I feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the Pestermite's not doing anything for them now unless they may try for it actually.
I'm going to grab a white source off Marshflat so they can't tap me out of swords.
Yep. Savannah probably.
Yeah.
I guess that has to be what you get.
Yeah, we have enough.
Is in your hand.
Yep. And we have enough black for a Masker Worm.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
That's
I like a
draw.
That's great.
So here's the Pestermite.
Yeah.
And this is going to draw step,
no.
and it's going to.
Your probably
It's going to be Utopia Sprawl because
that makes the most sense. Fortunately, we can still Daunty and keep up swords.
Interesting.
Oh.
They are going to try to
then
cut
we
us
definitely
off.
can't keep up swords.
Yeah, that's easy.
I didn't have to take a damage from the elves.
Yeah. So.
Fortunately, this also keeps our opponent from hitting us for 4 every turn. Only hitting us for 2 with that Pestermite. Ooh.
I don't want any of these that aren't Hero's Downfall, looks like.
Yeah,
But having a Hero's Downfall in the pocket?
Great, love
cool.
it. Love.
So
now we have multiple pieces of reactivity to our opponent's plays.
They're not going to trade that.
No, God, no.
Yeah.
It would be nice to see more, strong things sent to the bottom of our opponent's deck.
Yeah, specifically the Talisman's the one I'm most happy about seeing go away there. Okay, they get to attack for 2. They're going to hold on to that conscripts until it has something like super good to hit.
Like Ultimate Liliana or something.
Right. I want to twist them.
Oh, that'd be great.
Because we know they're holding.
Yeah.
Did you draw Exarch?
Ah.
Oh.
Okay, alright, sure.
Well, you're going to make me discard here?
Yeah, well, I guess we'll get rid of the thing that you have.
Yeah. Weird that they made me discard this upkeep rather than, like, on my draw phase, but I'm fine with that. This is okay. Well, I don't know if that's better just to hold back at this point as a bluff.
Yeah. I like buffing that, and then, also It's odd. We also have, the Hero's Downfall sitting,
Yes,
in our secret hand.
that's the part we have to be very that makes it, okay.
All right,
They're going
more
for
ramp.
mana. Really would like that.
I would love to also see like acidic slime. That's what I was gonna say. Cool. Get rid of their fucking volcanic island.
I'm pretty sure I cast the colors for that.
Guess who's not casting their zealous conscripts?
Combat can finally begin.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm not. I have up the Hero's Downfall if things go weird.
Ooh. How we can get rid of 3 mana in their blocker and then just start destroying them here?
Yes.
I think that's pretty worth it. Probably the Watery Grave?
Yes.
I'm trying to decide if it's better to do. This is very minor, but is the Dark Slick Shore or the Warm Power Stone? Because if they can manage to get it back, it'll come back tapped. And then I think
I'm gonna go with Grave.
I think Water Grave it'll cost them life if they want to get it untapped. And this is all in the minor case, they can actually get it back to begin with. But so they've gone from 7 mana to 4. So now if they draw a mountain or any sort of red source, they can cast their conscripts.
Yes.
But just barely.
Okay.
Okay, all right. We did put them down low enough on lands.
And they're gonna have to.
And they're oh.
They're gonna cast Imperial Seal off this. No? Okay. During your turns. Okay. They have Kolagon's Command and Imperial Seal. Those are the castables off that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about the Hero's Downfall here.
I think it might be worth it.
The problem is I don't want to play the Relic anymore because I don't want them to be able to steal like a red source. But the problem is if I Hero's Downfall, there is the risk where they just go conscripts and then straight into Twin on the follow-up turn.
Right. I mean, so that's what I'm thinking about. It's like, okay, let's say that their next draw is a red source. Yeah, we can just get in with our their Death Touchers here. Let them do this if they want to. Let's see. What is the worst that happens here? Because if they seal as their play this turn,
then we just kill Kessa and kill them.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. They could tutor a red source, yeah.
If it plays Kolagon's Command, then our Acidic Slime is dead and our Concealed Courtyard is discarded, most likely.
Yeah, I'm holding these as just cards to... Because I don't want to give Relic out in case of, stealing it for mana, something like that. They already could steal, like, Forest for 2 if they were so inclined to, like, weirdly ramp. If they want... So here's the thing. Right now, say I killed... if I kill... One thing they could do is they could, like, cast conscripts, untap their own shore, and then, like, Imperial Seal, and try to, like, set up a win that way.
Yeah.
If they want to... Oh, there's the red source.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they can conscripts this turn, and then next turn they'd be able to... Oh,
okay.
They might just be trying to murder us instead. Now, are those both going to come in is the question. Okay, all right. I think we let them continue to do what they're going to do. because both things they can cast are instants, right? So like if we do it, if we kill the
No, Imperial Seal sorcery.
Oh, is that a sorcery? Okay, so we could if we killed that now, then they would not be able to get a chance to cast a spell this turn. But we almost want them to cast the seal.
I don't think they would. It's literally representative lethal on the board. There's no way they do that.
Yeah, and then they don't leave back any blocker. So
I'm thinking it might be worth doing the Hero's Downfall here to either to like because next turn they could conscripts and like super kill us dead if we don't have the blockers.
yeah, I mean they could also just Splinter Twin on Thundermaw Hellkite.
I might. This is tough.
I don't think they have the mana to conscript. Is there any way they can conscript and twin next turn? So if they tap Soul Ring 3 lands for conscripts.
They would need to draw.
Yeah, if they drew a red source, then they could then untap their Soul Ring.
No, that's still.
Because yeah, if they had 3 red sources, then they could tap Mountain Island, Darkslick Shores, Soul Ring for Zealous Conscripts. Untap the Soul Ring, tap the 2 untapped red sources and Soul Ring to play Splinter Twin.
So that's why I can't play the Relic.
Right. Get in with everything and hope that they didn't draw more lands, I guess.
I mean, right now we know their hand.
They have the combo. Let's see if they can get the mana to execute it.
I have 3 cards in hand. Let's hope that's enough of a deterrent. So yeah, untapped red sources game. Or like red mana,
Yeah. Yep.
Do they go for it?
Let's see if they recognize it. They likely will, but
yeah, but like, do you go for it with 3 cards in hand, right? Like,
it's true.
Especially with me pulling the trigger.
Right. And it's not like you've been doing nothing, right? Like you threw Hero's Downfall last turn. It's not like you're sitting here just getting beaten up by what they're doing because you're bluffing stuff.
Yeah, they might like just Kolagon's command to kill one of my creatures and like throw down a they could do that sort of move, right? Like they could play a little bit more reactively. They could play that Hero's Downfall from their yard. Actually, no, they can't. Double blank. We've cut them off that.
Whew.
Okay.
Sure. And then kill our ooze or our slime. That makes sense. Okay, our opponent missed lethal.
Okay.
Well, they didn't necessarily miss it, but they did not go for lethal, which means that we have a chance.
Yeah.
Let's see. Liliana probably wins it for us. It isn't guaranteed because we don't have
It's one short.
we can pulse.
We can pulse the Soul Ring.
Yeah, pulsing the Soul Ring would keep us from getting blown up next turn.
Yes.
And yeah, then we can attack with Gonti.
Which they'll have to block.
Yep, either they'll have to chump it or they'll have to get their
out.
Their cast off the board, which is what's giving them a lot of extra power right now. So
I think Kess needs to die here.
yeah, because I mean, really, like when you think about it, like oh right, I forgot that Kess also exiles the spell.
It flashbacks.
Right, right. Okay, well that was good. And now we can get rid of the Soul Ring, and now our opponent is we stole our opponent's entire hand. They cannot kill us off of what they have right now, as they will have to tap out for conscripts, and they cannot untap for more mana. So
yeah, they can play Chalice for 2 and pass, and then have the same setup next turn.
yeah, but that's another whole turn later. Which
yes, hopefully we draw into something that changes that. There's Chalice too.
Mm-hmm.
So
opponent's definitely not going to attack here because they're so low.
Play the land and pass.
Yep. And yeah, I'm thinking maybe dead here.
Probably.
We'll see what our opponent does.
So yeah, I feel pretty confident we needed to pull the trigger on the Thunder Mob, but we weren't able to convert to lethal off of it.
Yeah.
You have a better play?
Oh. What's your better play than
Oh, they're just doing the play but floating the mana.
Nope.
This is a.
They're going for Rakdos' return.
It's the right. They want to make sure we're not holding removal.
They're clearing us out. They're being ultra cautious. Okay, cool. Sure.
Okay.
You got us.
We bought a turn for the ultra.
Now we need to see something cool off the top.
Masker Worm.
Oh, that'd be sick. All right, pass back.
Go for it. There's no way they don't go for it now. Like, come on.
I mean, and they tapped exactly the way they need to for it. So yeah, they get it. Untap your own Chalice, and then yeah, that's mana for Twin. So okay.
Okay, I will always.
They don't need to make that many copies.
I will always make sure they are like, damn.
Give your opponent a chance to ruin the comp, to not get the combo right. It was a good number of lands. We also got through like most of our deck, so like.
Yeah, the thing so begin the sideboard. We obviously care a lot about instant speed removal.
Yes.
I am super in on Elite Spellbinder here.
Spellbinder Triumph seems pretty strong as well. And yeah, we were kind of missing all of our threats. Like we didn't see Mask Worm, we didn't see Professor Onyx, we didn't see Mind Twist, we didn't see
out because that's not the speed I want.
Sorcerer Speed's not great. That's a lot more useful.
I take Ophi out because that's not blocking anything.
Yep, and Spellbinder can disrupt their hand.
We might want one more piece of top end that just ends this.
That's what I was thinking, is that we just want, like, my thought was either Citadel or Shieldred, or maybe even Sun Titan. Like,
yeah, it seemed like we were actually easily enough to get.
Yeah.
What do we not want then?
Maybe like, one of the. It's kind of weird to bring in ramp pieces and not like, or to bring in another high top end thing and say take out some ramp, but like, we felt a little bit overblown on mana last game. I wonder if that was probably just variance though, so like we don't want to be under it next time. Is there anything here that feels like it takes a like nice grindy game to be useful? I think Pulse is maybe the
okay.
Useful.
Triumph also might suck if they just have like Trinket Mage level stuff. This might actually not work because Soul Shatter always hits top.
Right, so it'll always hit their conscripts if that's what they got.
Okay. Yes, I'd like to play first. This looks fine.
Great. We have some top end in our hand already, so.
Yeah, and disruptive, elements across the board.
And Professor Onyx will, keep finding us ways to, end the game / disrupt our opponent. So.
Let me just go grab Scrubland.
Yeah, we don't really have a lot of
There's only two. There's a couple double
we have
green.
more chances of drawing
But we have
forests.
a million forests in the deck, so.
I'd like to see acidic slime.
Yeah. All right. So. Let's see what's up.
Like there's a good chance our opponent is playing Kiki Jiki somewhere in their deck. Ooh.
Yo.
That's entirely different.
Okay.
Let's see. Do we just name like?
I think we still name like Pastermite or something like that.
I think Pastermite is the best one to name just randomly.
We have not seen Kiki Jiki.
No, but we have, and we still have their decks. So there's a decent chance they do not have Kiki, and it looks like they have an entirely different combo going on right now.
Yeah.
So,
all right, let's put
one
the
that will be great to hold
here.
up Soul Shatter for.
That's why it has.
Yeah, our opponent has a lot of scary-looking things in their hand, but also like,
okay, top deck.
Carpet that they did not have any blue sources in their hand, so I feel fine.
They drew that.
Sliming that one if we get to it. There's the forest we talked about getting.
Yep.
All right, now we have Dismember ready to go. We have Soul Shatter ready to go.
So they've got Worn Power Stone.
Which will then ramp them up to probably the.
Okay, they're drawing in a land.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just going to be Play Titan.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Well, no, they're not. But that was a good thought. So we still know their entire hand.
And
except for the Worn Power Stone. Worn Power Stone is gone.
Yep. What was the max now? What was max badges? It must have existed. I'm not playing this.
Oh, good call.
I'm not playing it.
Yep. That is on ETB. It's not even on attack. We cannot stop that from happening. Let's just let them.
No, that's this is not happening. We have. So we dismember the Thundermaw.
Yep.
And
okay. Cycling another land. That makes sense.
And we edict the Titan.
Yeah.
And then everything's set. And then they Kiki combo us or whatever.
Yeah. Totally.
So.
I mean, if next turn, because they just played that mountain they had in hand.
So this is why. Yeah, so again, reason I did not deploy the birds. 1 damage each creature with flying. Dismember target.
No.
You.
A Mountain Thundermaw out of their hand.
Okay.
And maybe we can Garrick keep up Soul Shatter?
Not enough for that. Soul Shatter's 3.
Well, we can untap with Garrick.
That's still like Soul Shatter is 3 mana. We have 4 lands.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Then we can put the birds down.
Not against a known Inferno Titan.
Oh yeah, once again, you're right.
Like
another thing that our opponent just play.
It just eats it, right?
Yeah,
like there's no point in deploying it.
Mm-hmm. And they can't just play the Shatter Skull.
Yeah, they have. This is
a bunch.
Yeah. They can just pay 3 life if they have no other land, and they can just play the Titan, and then, or they can.
Okay, sure, that also works. This does let them play the Titan.
Yeah, this is just Titan from hand.
Mm-hmm. The 3-drop face, also goodbye to your Titan.
This is game 2, and we saw Pestermite Twin. We have not seen Kiki out of our opponent. That's why we're naming Pestermite. It's weird, I realize, but you know. Interesting.
Okay, cool. Didn't seem like they needed that, but now they have Through the Breach, which
that thing can hit Planeswalkers, which is what I thought they would be doing with it. All
right. Do we get rid of the Spire Bluff Canal or the Creeping Tar Pit?
Or do we deploy mana sources?
Yeah. We get down Garrick and birds. Like we don't know we need to get rid of lands at this point.
Right. I kind of want to deploy
And I don't think we can stop them from comboing off if they just happen to get, like, if they're, 2 unknown cards in hand are the combo, right? Like,
yeah,
they have enough mana that we can't stop them.
Yeah, if we hit Soul Ring, like, they could, like, we're just kind of dead to it, so we need to, I want to advance our mana first. Garrick Plus is immune to Tar Pit. Tar Pit's probably want to hit with Slime because, alright, this is them, Rectos returning, no!
Oh.
Okay, so the Slime was correct because they had a freaking Augury, alright. So this is play a card of each card type off top 8.
Okay, alright, well, let's see what they got. Hey, Emrakul. Oh no! Well, we lose.
Yeah, okay. Did not see that one coming.
Yeah.
They can, oh my god, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. No, 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 come on. Come on.
Twin the
Yes.
Emrakul.
Yes. Do it. Do it. No. It's free real estate.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Splinter Twin. So let's see.
Well.
Okay, great.
Well.
And then over on us. Yeah, right, that's pretty good.
Well.
Okay, so our opponents destroyed us.
Yeah, they turned out to be a very different combo deck in this one.
Yeah.
Where
it looks like they had just every combo in the format almost.
Yeah. Alright, well, we're gonna live with just birds.
Yeah. One single bird. Like they had Kiki combo, they had Into the Breach Emrakul, they had whatever that 8 mana spell was, his name I already forgot.
Yeah.
Uh
Okay, was not expecting that 8 drop to be the move there, apparently.
Yeah.
Like, just our opponent immediately saying, you not destroying my mana source was the mistake.
Yeah, I guess.
Like,
yeah, like if we'd seen that at all previously, we could said, okay, cool, we destroy their blue mana.
No way.
Doesn't seem great. No, thank you. Oh, this is rough.
All right.
Okay. Dump in the Chupacabra?
Probably.
Curious. Very curious. Playing 60 cards in Cube is
that means you're playing everything you drafted.
Yeah,
oh boy.
Well, that's a nice card to see. I mean, I guess, I suppose that's not too far off from what we got already. Like, if we have Garruk in play, then...
Yeah, that's actually castable. We just need to see mana sources for the next couple. Okay.
Oh my god.
All right. I assume they're in 3 colors because you effectively can't draft, like, 2 on a, 60 card deck. This is where they like, oh boy.
Okay, alright. Well,
alright,
we're just gonna play the, Yorion, like, immediately. Oh, thank you.
Not unhappy. Would like to draw Forest.
This. Yeah, Forest would be just dandy.
Okay. So they can't Yorion immediately because it's 3 to put it in hand. But they can play some sort of large green threat here. Titan.
Hate to the Wilds. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay, alright. Yeah, looks like they're just going full 5 color. maybe potentially only 4.
Yeah, but like Triumph does
could
give
be
him
5.
black.
Yeah.
Knight of Autumn is just gonna. So this is top, bottom, and put another in the exile pile.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a
They
lot of.
play this turn, or they go away forever.
There's the land they play this turn.
Yep.
And then
That's what you do with that card.
Then they're gonna either Knight of Autumn or Felidar Guardian, depending on which one they like best in this situation. Knight, Killing, or Talisman sounds like a plan to me.
That seems, yeah, pretty strong. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Good call.
I don't know why it would be
Can't fault you for that.
Yeah. Any other play but that?
Do we want to get rid of a bunch of things?
So it'd be like kill Relic, kill a land, kill
a Knight.
Kill the Knight. And we still
The
have
other
Witch.
option would be to play the Witch, untap, and then like have Soul Shatter up.
Six cards in hand still. Oof. With that many cards in hand, I kind of want to cut them off mana, but at the same time, I know it's gonna be
Yeah, I mean, really, for me, I want to maximize the value of the cards we have in our hand, which means, which to me means like holding on to the casualties for as long as possible.
like try to get the
try to get a bigger creature. Try to get like get a creature off of the casualties token. Like
yeah. Well, the problem is if they just untap and kill Garrick.
True.
Like we're never casting.
We'll never cast that casualties. It's a fair point.
Like that's my biggest worry. But I completely understand what you're talking about like maximizing because we're way behind right now, and casualties is one of our only.
But this does cut them off. We can cut them off of black and a lot of other things. Like we keep them we keep it more fair here, because now they don't have any color there. They don't have that. And I think we get rid of the Triome.
It is a. Yeah, that's the only color.
Because that puts them down to 1 green. It puts them down to no black.
1 blue.
1 blue. Like this makes it so they pretty much have white and red mana.
Yeah. All right. Again, they have a full grip.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
That's pretty sure what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine soul shattering Omnath next turn.
Yep. So they're gonna gain their 4. If it's a fetch, they get to make the mana. Oh, thank God.
It was not a few.
Thank God.
Okay, alright. Well, unfortunately, it always feels bad to remove Omnath because Omnath draws a card when it ATVs, but at the very least, we also get a 1/1 out of this. And being able to make a bunch of creatures, a bunch of 1/1s, this is really good when you have Garrick in play and ready to ult.
Yes.
And we just go for this now.
They actually have the bolt. My sequencing gonna get me not a... Yeah, okay, my sequencing is gonna get me not having a creature.
That's a bummer, but
I thought about it as I cast it, but I was already in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So, boy howdy, Garrick. All right. Well...
Garrick can start making us 3/3s.
Yeah.
Oh boy, what is this? What do you got on 7? Karn Liberated. Well, or this game's just over.
I need this. Right? Like, we need...
Yeah, This. Please give us this. No.
I'm willing to show it to him because it's a card that's not staying in the deck.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's like, this is the situation I would have liked to have been able to keep casualties for, but also we were not casting it in the situation.
Right,
so...
because we lost the Garrick, so...
Yeah.
Like, that's the duality of it in that situation. If we were in a little bit more, like, not on a mole, and we were able to actually have some creatures in play, or, drawn some lands and creatures in combination. Right now, we're
kind of surprised our opponent has this many non-basics.
They must be like, okay.
They must be playing every single card that they have.
I am not sticking around any longer.
Because, like, how do you play 60? Because you're playing 60 card deck, you're probably playing, 24 to 25 lands, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Get out of here, Ophiomancer. I'm fine with.
so if you're playing, so it means you're playing 35 cards out of your draft. And so, like, if you have 5 non-basics, that means there are, like, 5 cards you drafted that you do not put in your deck. So.
Yeah. What else do we want here?
Man, if we could just draw Mind Twist once.
I know.
Like, our opponent's deck is pretty reliant on just, being able to power out a bunch of good draw spells to get them ahead.
I think it's going to be a nice world if I can just find a keepable.
Yeah.
Like, let's just get ourselves something that looks reasonable on our 7. Because, like, they are a lot less likely to have a hand that's coherent with a 60-card limited deck.
Mm-hmm.
Son of a...
Well, how about not that?
All right,
how about no lands?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, sure. This is a turn 3 Garrick. Like, it's not the most powerful start, but it is something.
I'm just planning out. Yeah, we have Mox, so.
Yeah.
And it's always killer to see, like, when we have a. Right, I want to grab.
Savannah, probably, right?
Here.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Love being able to Acidic Slime next turn.
Yes.
Like, I think that's the problem, is if we could destroy their lands earlier than we did, then they are in a much worse situation.
Yes. Helix Mountain Island.
Okay. Keep an island. Yeah, it's turn 3 Acidic Slime to get rid of your Zygoth Triumph, actually. Goodbye.
Okay. Well,
ooh, so close.
That'll be next turn with Garrick.
Next turn, yeah.
Things. I'm going to Garrick Plus to put the pressure on.
Mm-hmm.
Also make sure it doesn't die to, like, a burst lightning.
Yeah. Because, yeah, if we minus it, then it's at 2, and it's pretty easy to get rid of. At 4, it's much harder to deal with.
Yeah. So Onyx next turn.
And Onyx, is just...
Plus.
Will let us keep finding ways to disrupt our opponent if we need to.
Yeah. Ouch.
All right.
That was post-land play.
Yep, they played a land, then they played Expressive Iteration, so they cannot do the trick where you exile a land and then play that land.
Yeah, that's
which is the absolute way you play this. Is that you get a card and you get a land drop for the turn. It's pretty much how Expressive Iteration works.
Yeah, so that hurts.
So whatever they exile, they're not going to get here unless they exile like Birds of Paradise.
Sigor Tribe Elder.
Okay, fine. You know what? You got there. Fine. We're up in Garrick again. That's fine. Please keep putting creatures on the board.
I even get to have that castable with Elves of Deep Shadow. So... stuff is here.
I like to indicate.
Yeah, I think this.
Yeah, Like, Gaunty has a huge mischance with his opponent.
There's no point in that attack.
Yeah, right. They can just block and then
they block sack. Like, and they're gonna use the sack anyway because they need it for.
My guess is they're grabbing a plains here. Then they're gonna play Omnath. Oh,
double blue.
Hmm.
That island's already known. Interesting. There's full color.
Oh well, that may have been what they needed to get the Omnath out.
Cats. Sure.
Cats. Oh man, Mask Worm is looking real hot right now. It's looking real good right now.
Cats, huh? Cats, huh?
What do we indicate next turn?
I think it's just Masker Worm.
Yeah, that also sounds fine. Like,
leave up Dismember.
Yep.
It puts like too much of a threat in play where like next turn I can Dismember plus Vindicate. Like the with these two because they're also drain twos.
Yeah, and then you're draining, and then your opponent like needs to chump, and then
you can't.
Or they just need to kill the Masker Worm, which they could do.
Yeah,
but
so the Chariot makes sense, by the way, as a Yorion component.
Mm-hmm.
Not unreasonable.
I'm pretty happy to just see a Nope, lost it. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know what happened with my brain there, but it just stopped. Great, love to put lands away and get good spells to cast against my opponent. Yeah, we can, if we need to Dismember, we can. Our opponent is incredibly dead next turn.
Yes. They have to Wrath.
Yep. Even then,
like Onyx is starting to get into lethal zone. Upheaval. Shit. I hate being right about upheavals. Oh, God.
Well, how much can we still do next turn with Upheaval?
They're tapping out here, right? I'm gonna...
They are.
Because I knew what it was gonna be. Like, I can't not say it when I know it, right? Like, that's to lie to myself. Flip black.
Yep. So next turn we can Elves of Deep Shadow, and Mox, and land drop, of course. Do they have to land drop first to?
No, they did not.
No, they didn't. Okay, so they do this, and they also get their Mox Ruby down. So,
So we get land drop, Mox, Elves. And then from here we discard a couple basics. Okay.
All right. Sure. We need to discard 4 things. So Plains, Swamp.
Soul Shatter.
Yeah. And I like all the top end that we have right now.
I think we have to get rid of one of the 6s.
I think so too. Masker Worm means they can't just play things though, right?
Right.
Because they know at some point Masker Worm is going to come down, so they can't play things against us.
I'm going to go with that over Professor.
Yeah. we get to slow down our opponent. Like, it's going to be a bit slower for us, but, here we can indicate one of their lands.
Yeah.
Um, ooh, hello.
So, indicate you.
And then, next turn we Garruk. The turn after that, we acidic slime another one of their lands. Like,
Or Sun Titan back our lands.
That works too. Yeah, we're in okay shape because our opponent upheaval to stay alive.
Yeah, that was the defensive upheaval, and the trick about defensive upheaval, not very good.
Yeah, it's like, cool, you've got. Well, now you play Nessicus Chariot. Next time we can Massacre Worm those tokens away again.
Yeah, I can just kill them
and
right
deal
now.
4 more to you. Like, just. Or we can Pulse the Cats.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna Massacre Worm.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
It's also a game-ending threat to have in play, so
like,
you can attack for lethal.
If we summon our opponent did this intentionally, the reason why they would play that was to lure out the Massacre Worm,
but having
which
pulse,
is fine. Like, we're fine getting, you can't respond to this one, so we're fine getting, 4 life out of you for a Massacre Worm and dealing with one of your threats.
Yeah.
So that you can then kill it on your turn.
Right. When we also have multiple kind of game enders to throw down on our own end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Looking at anything else we might want to include based on, like...
Do we want someone that Sorcerer's Spyglass, actually?
I think they have enough... like, they had Karn, but, like...
Yeah.
But, like, killing and keeping them off of 7 seems to be a better answer to Karn.
Right, yeah. Right? Like, definitely. And the big thing with that is, like, they also have 60 other cards.
Yes.
Like... the chance of having Karn is much less.
What do we want in?
That's a good question.
Troop.
I'd say other top end or
Sheldred.
Sheldred. Yeah. Yeah, I think Sheldred, just like another thing that sort of keeps them from keeps them on their toes, especially since now that I'm thinking about it, we'd also do have a slight interaction with Professor Onyx, which fills our yard. Is there? I think it's worth it. I think it's worth the risk.
Like, they both have to have the shock and the red source.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, all right. We're not totally screwed on mana here.
Well,
it'd be great if we could, turn to,
let's
Vindicate.
Let's keep indicating.
Yep.
Shit.
Okay, do they have it? They don't have it.
Nope, but
okay.
We're still indicating.
Yeah. They're great source. Well, actually, I guess we see what do they take here.
The only land was a swamp.
Only a swamp. So yeah, we could cut them off green here potentially.
I'll take that.
Yep.
Okay, indicate you this.
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 And then we can next turn get the Garruk down, and then turn with that Mind Twist.
Yeah, we can just Mind Twist for 5, and then we have
hope that our opponent just keeps crafting their hand as their plays, or nothing, or just play land pass.
The new Vindicates say non-land because in general, current Magic, Modern Horizons 2 is an outlier. You can't really use it as like what current Magic looks like. Okay, this, okay.
Oh, okay, understandable.
They don't like land destruction, especially at Stone Rain. Anyway, I'm just gonna cast it for.
Yeah, Twisty for 4. Like, cool. You get to keep 1 card. Hope it's a good one. What did we snag?
Niv Mizzet, Showdown, Elspeth.
Showdown and Elspeth. I'm pretty happy. Oh, hey, I'm pretty happy with that spread of things we stole.
Cool. So all they have left is like the Yorion is their only play left. This is grab Yorion
you
in
put that
hand,
in
yep.
hand. Yeah. And what they had left in hand was not a land, so they're
Yep.
stuck on 3.
Well, we're a
we can
little
pull
reactive.
Yorion when that happens. For now, do we want to casualties?
Put them that far behind.
Yeah.
Like just kill their white source.
Problems we have nothing else to do. Like, but yeah, I think we've seen them be most white. So, yeah, this gives them nothing. And now we're basically living in a land of flood versus screw, right? We still have a Maelstrom Pulse, of course. So like, it's not exactly that.
That's why I'm willing to spend this. I'm willing to like see if they scoop to this. Yes.
Yeah. Yep,
oh, that's
fantastic.
enough. Yeah, that
Just
was
cool.
the move there had a lot less to do with that was destroy the opponent, not the like
Yep.
the player. That was
cool.
That was not targeting my opponent. That was targeting Lumbo.
Yeah, that was not hitting the planes. This was making them the casualty of war.
Yeah. Oh, thank God.
Demoralizing them to the point of leaving. Because yeah, like we would have hit a land. Okay, then we'd hit Children, which would have not been great for us, honestly, because like
we didn't have great.
Still, it's a big threat. It's a swamp walk.
That is swamp.
But yeah, basically we said you're on 2 mana. You need to draw lands to cast anything. One of the cards in your hand is a 5 mana card that you have no color mana for right now.
Yeah.
Like, and we have 2 cards left in hand. Who knows what they are?
So that's a game that I think showcases the snowballing power I was talking about, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we vindicated. We casualties the war.
Like when you like, oh God, I'm again. And also Mind Twist for 4, you know?
Yeah, so like, yes, like, you have no lands, you have no cards.
Yeah. But yeah, the, right, so, Modern Horizons 2, kind of talking about land destruction, has a pretty sizable amount of, like, playable land destruction in there, and it's kind of incredible to see after, like, 15 years of the most reined in land destruction in the world. Like, they've been at the point where they don't even want to print Stone Rain. And like that set has a 4/4 flying Stone Rain. It has a sinkhole with targeting restrictions that can be one-sided Armageddon. It has Vindicate, it has Braids. Like there's a lot going on in there as far as like land destruction goes. All right, talk.
Okay, talk. Playing 40 cards.
All right, back in the realm of like an opponent who's going to kill us on turn 3 with like turn 2 Grim Monolith, turn 3 Bolus Citadel or something.
Defeated the Green Lord. I am in love with this hand. I wish that we had a bit more to do with it, but then again, like Garrick just make beasts is okay play, especially turn 2. It's a bit of a shame we can't do this and then also cast birds.
But we can cast birds next turn.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Cool.
What the oh boy, alright. Our opponent's on some Greed Lord shenanigans over there. Ooh.
I mean, I'd love to see a Reload opponent. We have a good deck for punishing that.
Alright, I want to go grab gotta be a green source, so it's either Bayou or Savannah, and I think we have white, so...
I think Bayou, since we have Massacre Worm sitting in our hand. Now, do we plus or minus here? If we plus, we can play birds.
I want to plus for birds.
And then we also keep our Garrick more safe.
Yeah, just a little bit more. Like, in case of Bolt, I don't know what sort of opponent we're on, but... This lets us next turn play Gonti and leave up Soul Shatter, I guess, or play Soul Shatter.
Maybe even play what we get off Gonti, depending on what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That's fine, because it doesn't kill Garrick. That's a play.
We accept that. It's a reason to plus Garrick. Or is that just... Okay, it's going at Garrick. All right, I was like, wait a minute.
That's incredibly aggressive. Holy shit.
That's a way to spend... Ooh.
This.
If your play is wake up your manland and attack Garrick, no.
Am I Gonti first?
Yes, because we have the Birds of Paradise for the Vindicate, so yeah.
Let's find out what we're fighting.
Mm-hmm. Like, what do you want to be doing right now that's not animating Manlands? Because, a Geddon, yo. Huh, interesting. Geddon, Grimalis, Sphinx of the Steel Wind. We can pretty easily cast Sphinx of the Steel Wind. Gonti turns off colors, right?
Yeah.
Spend advantage of any type. Okay.
So one
Let's see
land
that
and we
Sphinx
can
of the Steel
cast
Wind.
that. Yeah. Yeah, because we're on 7 this turn.
Yep.
I was like, what, you're gonna Geddon me?
You dare approach me with a Geddon? Like,
like, I'm...
I mean, no, just take 4 mana off of us, because Garrett can't untap lands if we don't have any.
That is a truthful statement.
Ooh. Yeah, they missed a land drop. They missed a land drop a couple of turns ago.
This is artifact, and this is land. This.
This is the power.
That. Look, we know who this card destroys. It's not here. It's not here. It's right here.
Fortunately, we can now actually call us the casualties of war because we've had 2 of them.
All right.
Before we just had the casualty of war.
Yeah, the singular casualty of war. I want Liliana's Triumph in this matchup, by the way.
Yeah.
We're like Grim Monolith and Sphinx. That screams somebody with a tinker.
Yep.
So we want that. Any other? I want Elite Spellbinder again. This should have been main deck. The more I over the Ophiomancer, I didn't realize how easy it was to get access to white. Elite Spellbinder has been really, really good to us. Like, we've never cast the card, but it's been better than this card, which we've cast and it's done less than nothing. Whereas this card, if we cast, it would have been cool. Sun Titan also is something I kind of want back in.
Yeah.
Take out the Chupacabra. I think these are the sideboards we've been making. Without an edict, you need yeah. we don't have that many time walks, so
oh, what a perfect game.
Okay, Relic makes this fine.
Yes. I like to see the swords. Fortunately, our deck's not elementally weak to Sphinx of the Steel Wind, so if they do, throw out a Sphinx, if they do Tinker into a Sphinx, we have swords for it.
Okay.
Oh, hello, birds. Get Savannah with? No. Get a...
Bayou with...
Yes, Bio, because he needs to get a green source.
There is a technical argument for not using a fetch there.
That we want to draw more lands, so we should maximize our land draw chances.
Yes.
I can see that one.
Plain Swamp Forest. Okay, so they've got 4 colors available. Monolith Pass. Greed Lords. I'm loving it. Oh, Ob's disconnected. Are you still here?
That's not good. Yeah, I'm fine.
Ob's just... The recording's still going, so we're still here.
Yeah. It looks like Twitch is figuring it out.
My internet is...
Or not?
Obviously, my internet is still going because you are still here. Sorry about the loud noise that came from Windows there. They're imaging our birds. I'm gonna swords it, I think. Yeah. So...
I think we're still in contact.
That's good.
Oh, no, we're not. That's
Okay,
frozen.
Ob's reconnected. Can you still hear me?
Oh, dear.
Can you not hear me?
Ah.
Can you not hear me? Hello. What on earth? Can you... Okay, so hi, everybody. I'm back. Discord has died. So... Oh, an object. Okay, we are just... Huh. So this is like my internet just having incredible dropped. Yeah, this must be my internet having some weird issues. But how am I still playing Magic then? Hold on. Okay. No, I'm not. I'm not on my. This is very weird. Anyway, I'm just gonna continue playing. My opponent played a image on birds, and I swords it. They then played a bunch of ramp. Yeah, Discord is just... I'm sorry, what? I don't think I do anything about this. I don't lose any cards in hand. Yeah, I don't care. I just casualties you next turn. That's balance as a wrath. Balance doesn't hit artifacts. That's the part. Hey.
Oh, I've returned.
It brought you back. Yeah, weird. I don't know what was up with any of that.
No idea.
Because like normally my guess would be my internet disconnected, but I never lost the game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's weird. Like, maybe some upload stuff got goofed up.
Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna blow up your monolith and I'm gonna blow up your land.
Yep. Triumph seems like the best idea. Get them off white and black.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I could have killed their talisman to get them off green, but the monolith is a little too scary. I was like,
yeah,
maybe they do something big.
So now they're back down to 4 mana. They have no black, they have no white.
Pia and Kieran.
The next turn we get down Onyx.
Okay. Not great against Pia Kieran.
Yeah, unfortunately, like, I mean, you could, minus. That'll get rid of Pia and Kieran.
I think I plus and make them, force them to use a Thopter.
Oh, force them to use Thopters? Yeah, that also makes sense.
Like, that way we get some card advantage out of it, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if we do a plus, then that means they need to attack with all their things at Professor Onyx.
Okay.
Dismember is probably the best call. It's just funny to see Liliana triumph when we off of
I know.
of Professor Onyx.
I'm very sad we can't cast it there.
Yeah, and if we could dismember here, that'd also be really good.
They have to kill Liliana here. It would be foolish to not, especially knowing I have Dismember.
It's possible they just try to get Liliana low. They don't know you have Dismember.
Oh, is it not shown?
No, because it's any card, so you don't have to reveal anything.
Oh, cool. Well, they burst lightning,
okay.
so...
And they burst lightning it, which makes sense. But now we can dismember Pia, Kieran, and Lar and play Garrick.
Yes, and we can do in this route.
Question is, do we plus Garrick or minus Garrick? Like, is it more useful to just get a 3/3 and then lose Garrick to Thopters, or to slowly lose Garrick to Thopters?
I'm going to slowly lose Garrick to Thopters because we might draw something that changes that slowly into a knot.
That's true.
You know, Maelstrom Pulse kills the Thopters. We are both in, like, top deck garbage range.
Yeah. Plus, this buys you some time instead of the Thopters being a, slow clock, but a clock. They have to spend time dealing with Garrick. Ooh, hey, Gonti. That doesn't quite do it, but it could.
That's what I get for not using the relic return. Anyway, how good are we looking? Nothing. I'm stealing your femoral. Right? This can, no cast. Shit.
Oh yeah. So take their talisman.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna cast it.
Yeah.
I want the threat of the card more than I want the card.
It's a bit of a bummer to see all those things that our opponent could not use go to the bottom of their deck.
Yeah, that was 4 turns of dead draws. All right, one more
next
turn.
If we don't draw anything, then we just Garrick minus, and then we get our 3/3.
That's fine.
Yep. Sometimes you play a Planeswalker, the Planeswalker gains you 4 life and gets you a 3/3. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got a board. They don't. 4 cards in hand. That's still, like, reasonable stuff. But they might just be off color here.
Yeah. Which is a bit scary because it means that as soon as they become on color, they could
yes.
They can start hurting us. But we have a much better clock than they do, if nothing else changes.
Yes. I'm not spending that.
No. That's incredibly useful for if they actually play a threat. It can't deal with Sphinx of the Steelwind.
Do I spend that on the talisman?
Ooh, get rid of their green completely? I'm not sure.
Or, like, do I wait and spend that on, like, the real problem, right? Like,
I think you spend it on the real problem, because, like, the problem that Pulse does not deal with that would be an issue for us is Sphinx, right?
Yeah, but they can also tinker into it with...
Right.
I guess
and
they can tinker into
it. So...
I'm mostly worried about, like, 6 drops still being like if 6 drops are the problem, I want to be racing here.
Yeah.
This might be incorrect, but I like cutting them off a color.
Yeah. And also we have seen that they've been waiting for something, right?
Right.
Like they're off like they're only off white right now. Like, which means that it's possible that their hand is mostly just like big plays. So if we do this and they draw another land, it's like, well, I'm still another land draw away from getting a big play. Well, that okay. Do we have any more ways? We have acidic slime, right?
Yeah, acidic slime's still around.
So we have a way to get rid of Academy, which is good.
Talisman looks familiar.
Huh. Interesting.
My idea behind playing that talisman is that if I kind of continue to play kind of like a trickle of cards out of my hand, it can look a little bit more like I have a real card rather than like sandbagging.
Yeah.
But obviously this is a garbage setup going on here. So
all right.
That doesn't do jack other than power up your Academy for next turn.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. Wow, but that sets them back so far here. Holy shit.
Yeah, it does. It hurts us. It hurts them way more than it hurts us.
Yeah.
And they only just tap 2 things. Like.
And they're attacking.
Does it change our clock to tap our Gaunty and not attack with it?
There's no reason not to, because there's nothing I could draw that would be unplayable.
Fair enough.
Because of the talisman, or because of the relic specifically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right.
I don't think that Tangle Wire makes sense. And
they're pretty clearly cut off of
something
color right now because they have, and we'll see if they can attack anything this turn because they have 7 mana this turn.
So if they draw a white source, they could slam down Sphinx.
Yes, which I think is their best play. It would not surprise me if that is what they have to do, and we've just been keeping them off of it.
Yeah.
They're tapping down.
Yeah, Thopters and Tangle Wire. They're playing to draw a white source here.
Yep.
7. Upheaval again? No, Mirror Bell.
Oh, sure.
Well, I know how to counter a Mirror Ball. I know only one way to counter a Mirror Ball. There, 2. It's not Forest. That doesn't do anything. Boy, howdy, I'd really like to not draw these dead cards at the moment.
Does Gaunty get in or we keep Gaunty back for defense? Because if we attack with Gaunty, they probably just block with 2 mirrors, right? Or 3 mirrors.
Yeah.
I
think I have to pass here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because then if they get attacked with the Battle Sphere, they get 1 attack with the Battle Sphere.
Yeah. They hit us for 4, and then we block. Okay, they get their Tangle Wire for 2.
And they have a million mana. They have mana to do whatever they want.
Yeah. The only limitation is color now. And now I can... I might fix color. Nope. 10 blue.
Oh boy. What are you doing with that?
4/3 Titan.
Sundering Titan. Okay. That gets rid of 3 of our lands and 2 of yours.
Okay.
So goodbye, Savannah, Scrubland.
Yeah.
And then goodbye, mountain and island. Yeah, let's see a masker worm.
We need them. We again, that is how you deal with.
Yep. And knowing that we need masker worm, do we still just we can still just have 2 lands, right? Because we get 1 off the relic, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we still have enough black sources and
Yeah.
not quite it.
Has menace.
So we're not dead. They can't target that.
Yeah, that's unkillable and it has menace. So, like, if they overextend, it is a possible way to win.
Are we okay with if they tag with Thunder and Titan? Okay with that one dying if we block with Gaunty? I think we're okay with that.
It'd be annoying, but yeah, we'd be fine with it.
Because then elves.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
7 from the forest.
Yeah.
So
we have plenty.
yeah.
So I think if they want to get rid of Thunder and Titan, we say sure.
They also have 6 points of unblockable damage right now. Mere Battlesphere does direct damage when you
Yes.
tap to it. Okay. 3 cards in hand. They're off red. They're off white. Combat. I want them to get overzealous, but they're not. They're playing very safely.
Yep.
Makes sense.
It does make sense. Most of our board is lethal, and one of everything says menace, so they really don't actually have a ton to block with.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 1 and 15.
Do we have anything else relevant to draw here?
I think any spell would be okay.
It gets more board presence.
Gets more board presence. Gets this thing that would gain us a life. That we could attack in with.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm okay with forcing the rest of our opponent's hand out of their hand.
Yeah.
And getting ourselves a 1/1.
So yeah, let's go ahead and just Mind Twist for.
Yeah, let's not even let them draw cards. So we're going for 4. Even if you manage to like go up a card, you're losing it all. So yeah, fortunately they don't have Ravages Mountain.
Okay, so they have 6 points of total damage right now.
They can just send to us without doing anything else.
Correct. So this is the last turn we have.
Right.
No, sorry, this next turn is the last turn we have.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yes, they can ascend to 5. If we gain 2 more life, but we can't because we only have the 1 pest.
Okay, that's end of Tangle Wire. How good's your top deck? Useless. Cool.
Okay, good.
We need. So removal for Mere Battlesphere is good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We can't quite attack for lethal off of being able to remove a creature.
No. So it's going to be what, planes then? That gets rid of Sundering Titan specifically.
It's tough because then if we attack with everything,
one thing would get through, which isn't enough.
yeah. Can we force them to like reduce the amount of unblockable damage they have though?
Yes, Sedgemoor Witch and Gonti attacking are both like end of the game threats, and they would have to block those with something.
Yeah.
Also, Soul Shatter gets us another token.
Yes, you're right. It gives us another pest to stick around. So,
I probably just go for it.
Yeah, Soul Shatter right now. So, they have to sacrifice their Sundering Titan.
Yes,
and then they have 5 blockers. So then they have to block. If we attack with Gaunty, Beast, and Sedgemoor Witch, they have to block all those.
But we have to have enough blockers back to not die, is part of the...
Right. Would that leave us with 2 pests and Elves of Deep Shadow?
And they should be pretty out of creatures on that then.
Right, because they're gonna have to lose all their mirrors. They can keep 1 mirror around. And we lose 1 creature, whatever they block with Mirror Battlesphere, we lose, because presumably they're not gonna block Gaunty with it.
Yeah.
They also lose their island here. Doesn't really matter because, Academy, but they are losing a number of artifacts. So they don't have infinite mana, they just have near infinite mana.
So we go in with everything but Elves of Deep Shadow.
And Pest.
And Pest.
Because then they have to block with 4 things, so they probably double block Sedgemoor Witch with Mirror Battlesphere and a Mirror. Then Chump, Gaunty, and Beast with 2 Mirror, which leaves them with 1 Mirror, a Mirror Battlesphere, and 2 Thopters.
If I all out, what does that look like?
Then they also have to block a Pest or the Elves of Deep Shadow. And then we have a blocker back.
They lose all their mirrors. They're stuck with just Mirror Battlesphere.
And presumably we're still at 5 life, so if they can get rid of our 1 Pest as a blocker, if they top deck removal for a Pest, then we lose.
Okay, how about this? How about everything but Elves of Deep Shadow?
Then they could not block the Pest, and they go to 1. And then we have 2 blockers back. So, yeah.
I want to...
Oh, that's a good point. Getting them to 1 also keeps them off of green.
Yeah.
If they use green, they die. Oh. Okay, that also works out just fine. It's basically the same thing.
Yep.
And then now the question is, do they want to get rid of the Pest, which they do. Interesting.
Okay.
So we go up to 6, which means if they can get rid of both of our blockers, they still have lethal.
No. They would have to get rid of the Pest in a way that doesn't kill it.
If they can exile our Pest. But otherwise, they do not.
And also, Gaunty is currently a lethal attacker.
Yes, it is. And if they want to block the Battlesphere, they lose their Battlesphere. Okay, they've lost a lot of artifacts, including the Tangle Wire, all their mirrors.
Top deck is a Mana Rock. Grim Monolith.
That'd be great for us.
No, Grim Monolith's in the yard. Mana Rock, good.
Also fine.
It does give them white.
But we know that the white that they were going with was, destroy all lands, which, at this point, we're kind of okay with.
Okay, they no longer can attack. Yeah,
we could all out them to eliminate both of our boards. Yeah, just Gonti. If they want to get rid of if they want to keep jumping, they could throw Thopter, or they could just trade with the Battle Sphere for it, which yeah, now we actually use the mana from that. So
yeah, we've lost a lot of mana, so whoever draws the next boom is winner.
Yep, pretty much.
Whoever's
Master Worm still gets it for us.
Yeah. Don't like that.
Nope. Please don't tap that big.
Shit, Sphinx.
This is just Sphinx. Sphinx does mean we need to Master Worm now.
Yeah, it's Sphinx.
Yep.
One more.
Let's see if we can get there. If not, we have to play a 4-minute game.
That's fine.
4-minute 50 game, really. That 50 seconds is a big difference.
Well,
that blocks, but like, is that
I'm
willing. They gain 6 off his attack.
I know.
So like,
I'm willing to let it like. Mana Rock.
oh, Worm Coil. That's all. Oh, dang.
Too late.
Too late. Well.
All right.
Okay.
Damn.
So now that we've seen more, is there anything else we want to change here? Yeah, Chupacabra seems like a good one. Do we want to switch out Chupacabra for Pulse? No, Pulse is
Pulse
really
hits
strong.
too many Pulse hits too many artifacts for it to be bad in this matchup.
Is there anything that is not good in this matchup?
Not like in Triumph. Now that I saw a bunch of token makers.
Yeah. Like Soul Shatter is still fine. Because it hits the largest thing they have, so it gets around tokens. But yeah, I'm liking anything Chupacabra in. This one seemed to have a ton of removal on there or anything, so like Shouldered would be something that would just keep recurring as value.
Yeah. I kind of like Sheldred getting down.
Yeah, and do I like that more than Sun Titan? I think so. I think that's those are swaps I like. Is Shouldered just slowly dismantling their board. Like at some point, Shouldered is an answer against yeah. Cool. Hopefully we actually see something worth casting off of Gonti.
Yeah, we'll see. This looks really strong though.
Yep. Like a Bayou Utopia Sprawl go.
And Sprawl is going to be on green. Next turn is Talisman. Then after that is... Oh boy. Alright, they are out the gates.
Alright.
Having swords is nice.
That's really good. I love to hold on to swords so in case they, can next turn, go like Tinker, next turn they can go, Tinker, sack Mana Vault, go grab Sphinx, and we can swords it immediately.
Yeah.
And as we've seen, they have plenty of things that we still need to answer after that, but that's a fine start.
Just grabbing a duel.
We'd be able to cast this one soon. I'd love to see casualties at this point. But let's see what we can find with Gonti.
Alright, Gonti, what you got for me?
We should take a Wildfire. Like if we can just Wildfire opponent before they
If we can get a threat...
Get off the ground.
Duretti might have been more powerful there as a looting threat.
Mm-hmm.
6.
That's worth sorting. Especially since we still have the Soul Shatter for Sphinx.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you do not get your tokens. You can have your lifelink once. But you don't get your tokens. Alright. I like the I kinda like the land draw there just because it means that if we do end up wildfiring our opponent, we at least get to keep our Utopia Sprawl.
Yes. And they have the Mana Vault tapped.
Yeah, because they tap Mana Vault. Now if they play a land, we could wildfire them.
Yes.
Which would suck to lose our Gonti. But then they lose all of their lands. They do still have some mana in their talisman, but they would
Okay, now it's
okay,
a lot. Now it's
it's
garbage.
not worth using.
Now it's garbage. Now we just
now it is useful when our opponent has, a board worth wrathing. Still really liking the idea of I like the Elite Spellbinder.
They're gonna have a lot of mana available, but this might still put something at like uncastable range. Burst Lightning's the only card in your hand.
Very little to do anyways, so cool.
Okay.
That Burst Lightning is probably still being cast at our Elite Spellbinder.
Yeah.
Let's see. Our opponent could have Sundering Titan soon.
Yeah, which we could Soul Shatter, but we'd lose all of our lands for that.
Yep. Our opponent will also lose a number of theirs.
Not enough, but
yeah. Importantly, they would have to lose their own planes if they did Sundering Titan us. If they chose all of our duels, then the first time we going through and get rid of Bayou
you're attacking
Savannah.
into a Stirring Wildwood. What are you doing? Oh no! Why did you do this? Oh no! Anyway.
Yeah.
I need to be playing aggressive.
Yep. Yeah, we need to get our opponent. Our opponent has nothing in hand. We need to destroy them. Yeah, they could Burst Lightning now for 3.
Okay. They'll probably untap that Mana Vault.
If there's nothing else to do, like.
Well, they don't want to keep taking damage from it.
That too.
Don't like that.
Ooh, Golos. That's
don't
not
like
fun.
that.
Don't like a Golos. Don't like a Golos on the field.
They even have activation.
That feels like a reason to wildfire. Like, we don't kill the Golos off a wildfire, but we do stop them from being able to activate it.
Yeah, if I have to wildfire here, I will do it. God, they still might have the activation. Ah, screw it. I missed an attack for 2, but...
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, words are not being allowed to undo here, but oh well.
We have to do this or we lose.
Yep. Yeah, if Golos is allowed to just start spewing stuff, like, we're done for.
This might not be enough to cut them off is the problem.
Mm-hmm. So this gives them black or green, red, and then
White.
Yeah. They still need a blue source.
Yeah. And 2 more colored sources, specifically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Alright. Untap Mana Vault. That's their move. Because they, again, don't want to take damage. We have 5 mana, so we can cast most top decks.
Mm-hmm. Garrett could be kind of nice to see.
Oof.
Oh, never mind. Opponent says, fine, you want to play that game? We'll play that game.
Sure.
Oh, dang.
Garrick would be right.
Fine.
Garrick would be fine. They had two of them, remember?
Man, it would have been super nice to catch any of our opponent's bombs off of those last two Gaunties. They have a lot of them.
Yeah. Grabbing that wildfire might have been an incorrect move, but
yeah, I mean, otherwise, like our opponent still was still gonna get in, right?
Like Doretti was the other one to grab, but like just as a
grab the wildfire, yeah.
Yeah. That was probably the move, was grabbing Doretti and start looting.
Yeah.
And try to find a little bit more aggressive lines.
We're gonna land here, and we're like, we can. Nope, we need a different land there.
Yeah, we need a.
We're still can't cast that one.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome to the world of Stone Rain, indeed.
They did it to us.
Okay, if we draw green, we can somehow get out of this.
Yeah. Well, depends on what this play is here.
Slaver?
6 mana.
Mirror ball.
We're done. We're very dead.
Alright.
Bummer. So, yeah. Monastery Mansion, we're even in this entire draft.
That's weird, yeah. So yeah, the mistake there was not grabbing Doretti instead of Wildfire, but damn.
It's hard to see where that game is going to go from there, how we were just going to get kind of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But, still, that was a fun one. Bummer only went 1 and 2, but those last ones were pretty close.
I enjoyed all of our games, even against like weird combo opponent. And
I do love how many lands we destroyed.
Always be indicating.
Yep, we indicated so many lands.
Just every indication. So yeah, that was good.
That was quite a fun one.
So anyway, that was Vintage Cube, which seems to be the Greed Lord zone. That was that was 5-color workshop.
Yeah, it was. My God.
So I mean that's how it works. But yeah, so thank you, Kabanaw, for joining.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you everybody for joining in. You know, we had that weird drop in the middle. The recording's still full, so on the upload that'll be all right. But weird drop. I don't know what that was all about. But yeah, if you want to catch more, you can always follow. So when you're live, you can subscribe. Cool Skulls and Slime. Thank you to everybody who subbed today. There were a bunch of those. I appreciate every single one of those. Upcoming stream stuff tomorrow is Disc 3 of FF8 starting up. Friday is some more Slay the Spire. Got some more mod classes going on there. And then Sunday is just going to be long Chandelar Day. That's the Sunday plan.
Good.
So just long Chandelar Day for. I was like, what the hell do I want to do on like as like birthday streams? Like, well, if I just play Chandelar for 6 hours, okay, that sounds real. Let's do that.
Great.
So that's the plan. Anyway, thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.